hero like Lifestealer, fundamentally a ton of single target damage coming out. So you see Weaver as a way of being able to survive some of that first round of spells or initiation with like...
Going to get it a very, very good time.
Is that the new? That's the new Lifestealer set as well, right? He's got like a tail and some stuff going on. His rage icon looks different. It looks pretty sweet.
Yes, weird lizard tail. I wonder if he's got the taunt equipped.
He does not. I checked.
Did you check?
That was the first thing I checked.
Bottom lane, Ghost Stick, goes for the TP out.
Oh, he's gonna get grabbed
that
up.
crush, that should be your first blood here as Navi looks towards the next assassin. Pycat moves forward for the kill, and he'll take the goal. Nice little play there, and just great movement from...
Emotional player. And yesterday, you know, after getting crushed in the laning phase, he actually ended up going like godlike in the game as the Ember Spirit, so... Bottom lane, Ghostic putting a little bit of pressure onto Biver. Here comes the charge coming out from Miposhka.
Let's see if Biver can play as well. He does have Pycat to back up. Good spike carapace there to try and hold it back.
For sure.
Ghostic's also in deep though. Biver, can he keep himself alive? That's the question. The bash comes in and he will lose himself. But Pycat found one kill in return. Is he going to find the other? Miposhka straight with the TP out will make it away. So Ember at the moment down towards the south, so they won't find him. They will see Miposhka coming in from the low ground. It's a pretty tanky hero to try and go on. They'll make a bit of an attempt on it here with the crush, but not enough firepower to bring him down. And now the turnaround's going to come in. Charge from Miposhka. The cast run out from King Art with the Maledict and the bash. That's going to be the slaughter out and down. Dendy and Biver waltz across, splashing a bad rotation from Navi.
General shows in the top lane. Going to get charged.
He's going to need a good few bashes here.
He's got a TP up. He's going to try for the surge. The Witch Doctor's there, though.
Yeah, that will cut him off with the cask. A good bounce as well over to the slaughter. They'll turn towards the other target, but now the turnaround, in fact, with the crush and the Iron Shell. Up until he gets back up, and backup is on its way. They're looking for the setup, goes for the Vendetta hit, won't connect the stun. But the charge from Imposter trying to connect it, but no, the crush, beautifully timed from Seneca, holds them back. And at the end of the day, it's up. Empire won't have any response for it. Ghostic, again, is keeping eyes on them, really wanting to try and make something happen with the Vendetta down. Bottom, Biver looking for the TP attempt, but the change is there just in time. A cold embrace, but no backup from Navi is on its way there. FN safe to Remnant for the final jump, and with the Maledict on him, Biver will tick out.
Value as well. He's got an Arcane Rune, so those Remnants are going to come back nice and quick. And oh, Ghostic actually gets a courier snipe as it's delivering.
Oh, it's just 145, yeah, must have been just some consumables. Nothing too major. Can they punish him for it? That's the question. Nice stun. Yeah. They line up as they chase him for a lot easier for Dendy and Pycat.
They break the smoke right away. Pycat making a move onto King R here.
See what they can find here. Pycat looking for the Witch Doctor. King R straight with the TP out. So that's going to be mid lane. Dendy's being gone upon. Tried for the TP, but Ghostic in with the stun. The wraparound from FN with the chains. They've taken Dendy. So Neko very fortunate to get himself out in time. Pycat is now going to look to see if they could get some sort of a trade out of this. It looks towards Miposhka, but Miposhka's already out. Contested there by the looks of it. The charge is out onto Dendy. They know exactly what's up here, Empire, and they want to do something about it. Chappie leading in for the sidelines. There's the charge in into Dendy. Chains comes out from FN. He jumps forward. The Winter's Curse from Biver will be laid down, but oh no! Sort of a miscommunication. The Winter's Curse and the Requiem coming out at the same time.
He just gets kind of ran at by Empire.
That's got to be worrying for Navi.
It's just very good awareness by them to recognize that Roche.
Ghostic finding the setup. Here's the follow-up as well. FN in with the chains. That's going to be the slaughter down. Maybe they can get more. Charge onto General, but they're not going to jump for it. Dendy's being surged up. Navi are going to look to try and punish Empire. Pycat coming in from the sidelines, but Pushka trying for the TP out. And he makes it as well. Very nice change there. I think pretty much cancelling the last attack that Denny would have got through. Keeping Miposhka alive. The Nyx Assassin is happy. 9.5k net worth. Very close to having Desolator complete on top of Armlet. Nidus phase at 17 minutes in.
Bottom lane, General. He's got the mech up. He's gonna be brought down here though. Spirit Breaker ultimate.
Yep. That's a dead dogs, yep. Very good combos. We're seeing them pull off with this Nyx movement into the setup for the breaker. Pycat will come across and try and break things up. But nothing he can do alone. In top lane, the play being made. They'll move in straight away. This combo, you take. So Empire, I think, should be well aware of this. Navi smoking ahead into the pit.
Wow.
But look at this position from Empire. They're on the opposite side of the map. They jump in immediately. Wyvern's going to be the first to fall. General tries to go for some sort of vacuum combo, but he gets stunned up. There's the Nether Strike as well for the Spirit Break. That's 2 down, and they're not done yet. MidasHim charges forward. Good crush from Snake will hold him back, but FN up to the high ground with the Remnants. Looking for the setup to catch out the Slaughter, and he's in. He hasn't quite got the mana here for the chains, but he just blocks him up, runs him down with the Flame Guard, the Inner Shadows as well as he ticks down.
Oh, that was a little weird.
They don't actually follow him for the It's just sort of a bit of a mercy there as they let him go.
Yeah, MidasHim's like pinging him. He's like, wait, why didn't you chase the map? Even in middle team fights, you make supports have to buy reveal all the time, keep them a little bit poorer. Oh, Viver. Looks like he got spotted. Oh, man, he is super dead.
Yeah, he's very, very deep. And as you mentioned it, very, very dead. Cold Embrace not going to save him from the Maelstrom procs, from the Maledict burst. As another casualty on the side of Navi.
Bottom lane, Ghostic set up with the Boots of Travel coming in from FN. Should be an easy grab if he's got chains, and he does. And
just really nice synergy that we're seeing between... Once Pycat gets the defusal, he'll...
Poshka, bottom lane, set up for Seneko again. Looks like they're going to go on him right away. Spirit Break roll coming out. Charge to follow. Cast, Maledict, and that's an easy bring down with the 2 supports.
Yeah, really is. I mean, this is...
He has the BKB. He's got his Dragon Lance too. He's a little tanky, but if
they
he
can
gets
still
stunned
blow
up
very quickly. With the Deso and the AC, there's no chance for that Shadow Fiend. Much too much damage for the life. Chappie's actually already out with the Rage TP, and surely they'll still go for King R. And so they should find the Witch Doctor. They do. There's the jump forward. They get the Witch Doctor, but again, Navi would just certainly hope for something a bit bigger.
But Chappie, he's just walking in. He does not care. He's waiting for some more team support before he really full commits.
And this charge pass will catch wind of it. They know that it's slow. Winter's Curse will be there in time from Biver. Roshan's down. Denny picks up the Aegis now. Looking towards MidasHim, bringing him down. Takes him out. Denny pops the BKB. Turns towards Chappie now. The chase down is there from Navi. The Diffusal Blade as well from Pycat, allowing them to set up into a second, third kill. FN will get away in time. Pycat actually ends up getting brought down on the way out by FN. Managing to bring a bit of a swing out from that last team fight.
Just a small one, yeah. They had, the initial bring down of the Witch Doctor and everything too. Definitely doing well from the mid lane. General just gets annihilated by get farm on all their heroes. We see that Witch Doctor was just pushing out bottom for a couple minutes. The Spirit Breaker's just farming the enemy jungle. They're making sure that they keep a bit network advantage. And oh man, another courier coming out onto Biver.
MidasHim already straight in, ready to focus the Wyvern for the duration of this fight, make it very hard for Biver to get his job done. There's the jump forward. Chappie looks towards the Wyvern first. Denny will get the BKB out, but it just doesn't matter. The damage rips him right down. He will manage to Hurricane Pike himself up to the high ground. Vacuum Wall Crush combo is there. Onto 2. The Sleight of Fist comes down. FN will be able to play his way out of this, but MidasHim has already lost his life. Pycat with his own BKB looking to cause issues for Empire on the back lines. King R just gets himself away. The Vita Restoration enough to keep him alive. Chappie looking to go back in. Good stump from Ghostic. Catches out Dendy. Dendy's down on the Shadow Fiend. Pycat still trying his best to kite out the side of Empire. This Chappie Lifestealer yet to be slowed down at all this game. 35 minutes, 22k net worth, and there's Ghostic finding the lead in. Winter's Curse actually just being used to hold him back. And Chappie actually choosing to jump out there whilst the Winter's Curse was on, nearly causing issues for Ghostic. Nether Strike there onto General. Guardian Grease to purge off the silence. General, he's out of there. The cast will be thrown out by King R. Death Ward as well, cutting into the Slardar, but it's actually Empire. They've already lost 2. They've lost 3. Pycat just running around the back lines, taking them apart bit by bit. FN could be in trouble as well. He's got the Remnant out. Will head away, but Pycat is... As Empire being very cautious with the way that they want to kick this fight off. Ghostic back up once again. There's the jump. They managed to find the stun. Immediately coming out, but the Cold Embrace is there. They're be able to save one. FN jumps onto the backlines looking for Biver. Denny pots the BKB, gets the Requiem out just in time. But Navi very low. They have to be careful. General gets the 2-man back. Pycat with the BKB though. Again, they're just unable to do anything about him at the start of this. They'll now start to punch into him, but he's got the time lapse. They've already brought down FN, and now the chase begins for Navi. Ready to go for more. Turn around with the Orchid, but he's forced back. Hurricane Pike from Denny will keep Pycat alive, and now he's ready to go back in. Time lapse. Sorry, Shikuchi forward, chasing down the Lifestealer. General surges up the Pycat Weaver. Chappie's trying his best to get out of there. He'll look towards the Ancients, jump himself into the old Thunderhide. There's the burst heal, and it's now the turnaround from Empire. They'll get the 2-man stun, the charge forward from MidasHim, bringing Biver down low. He'll get the Cold Embrace off in time. Chappie still needs to be careful. General and Pycat playing around from the high ground. There's the silence. Vacuum to drag him back, keeping him away from Pycat. One more touch will bring him down in front. Oh, coming in with the Carapace. Catches out the Weaver. He's out and down. Chappie will end up finishing off the Darkseer, and I can't believe this Lifestealer did. This could be a good opportunity to put some pressure on. Unless they want to play the slow game and wait for Roshan once again. There's the jump forward. FN getting the vision on the high ground. Follow through stun from Ghostic with the cold embrace. Quick from Viber. Dendi will be kept alive to start with. Now they're going again with the silence and the damage with his lifesteal. And Dendi falls low, but he gets the BKB off. Hurricane pikes away. He'll survive. The death fall from the low ground from King R rips down the Slardar. Dendi will pop up the Requiem, trying to force back Empire. They'll look towards Chappie, falling low. The Aegis has been popped. FN jumping forward with the remnants, but the cold embrace is there from Viber. Dendi kept alive. FN falling down low. They've lost a second here onto Navi as Empire just close in onto the high ground. Binding, putting up the space and pressure to push in onto the tier 3. Bycat, can he do anything about this? He'll silence up Ghosty, but Ghosty with the Yules to move it off, and now the chain stuns onto Bycat, ripping to pieces. It's a great vacuum wall, but there's no follow-up. He'll get the illusions out. There'll be buybacks from both Pycat and Dendi for this defense. As they look to force Empire out of the base, can they find the kills to punish it? Ghostic with this Aghanims though being a huge issue. Burrows in, the Spike Carapace, the Impale as well from a mile off, making it very hard for Navi to come forward. And with both of their big cores buying back for that, they cannot afford to lose them again.
That's some Empire in that base siege, forcing 2 buybacks. Here we go. Will Navi let's find it. Ghostic does scout them out though.
Here we go. Who's going to be the first to jump? There's Ghostic in with the 2-man stun. That's not how Navi wanted to start it, but General pots the BKB. Winter's Curse will hold back FN for the time being. Chappie takes off the bug. Dendi pots the BKB. They turn around there with the vacuum out wall, but already they've lost the Slardar. Dendi trying to get himself out of this one, but Mimposhka forcing him to back up. Dendi looks for the ult. Will be successful. Hurricane pikes himself away, but he's been silenced up. The chains combos there from FN, and Navi, they've lost 3.
And guns that Empire really does have is such a problem for Navi. They have like the BKB, but Dendi, like you said, going for that BKB very early, it got whittled down to 5 seconds. They have so much durability and just different ways to keep like re-engaging the fight, and it's just Empire coming in big on this one.
Viver is being bullied into the base. Pycat trying for a bit of split push pressure.
It's GG. They're just going to take the throne.
They're onto the tier 4s. Look at the throne. They'll have one more fight, maybe, by the looks of it, but it will be without Dendi. See what they can do with the 4-man up. The Navi try for something, I mean, it's pretty much impossible. Ghostic's there guarding the Ancient General. Goes to the 2-man back. Winter's Curse as well, but Chappie, he actually managed to get himself away from it, straight in onto the Slardar. Cold Embrace will buy some time for Viver, but Empire, they'll just turn their attention back towards the Ancient. Death Ward brings down the Slardar. The Ancient, it's gonna fall. And GG will be good. What's up with teams doing this? Why do people pause when GG's about it?
FN left. I think he expected them to call GG.
He left.
Yeah, I think it was like he was expecting the game to end, so he usually leaves and just